Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Football Manager 26, where we're going to start on the Wikipedia page of Hamilton Academical FC and just finding out a little bit more about the club here as we're in our first full season now with the club. So they were established in 1874 for the football team at Hamilton Academy. There's a really neat fact I didn't know. They are the only professional club in British football to have originated from a school team. They won the Scottish Challenger Cup 3 times and finished runners-up in the Scottish Cup twice. They do play at Broadwood Stadium. They were formed in late 1874 by the rector of the pupils of Hamilton Academy. They've only reached 2 Scottish Cup finals in 152 years history. First in 1911, goalless draw against Celtic. The replay again held at Ibrox had a crowd of 45,000 and it ended in a 2-0 defeat for Hamilton. The next chance was in 1935. Brodie Harrison scored a goal. The club's only in a final of a major competition. They lost to Rangers, sounds like 2-1, by 2 Jimmy Smith goals with over 87,000 spectators in attendance. In the 1970s, they resigned due to Brodie dead. In 1994, the club sold its home ground, Douglas Park, to Sainsbury's Supermarket, and subsequently ground shared in Coatbridge and Glasgow for 7 years. They went through financial hardships and unpaid players went on strike. They were unable to play one fixture during the 99-2000 season, were docked 15 points, the result of which was relegation to the 3rd Division. They moved into New Douglas Park in 2001. In 2008, for the first time in 20 years, they gained promotion to the top tier, the Premier League. And then in 09-10, they beat Kilmarnock 3-0, secured a 3rd straight season of the top flight with 4 games remaining. They ended in the 2010-11 season where they were relegated after a 1-0 defeat away to St. Johnstone. They were most notable for the emphasis on youth, including midfielder James McCarthy and James MacArthur, both of whom went to play for Wigan Athletic in the Premier League. They returned to the Premier League in Scotland in 2013-14 by going up through the playoff. Their manager at that time, Alex Neil, left the club to take out the job at Norwich. They found themselves in another playoff in 2016-17 as Premier incumbents. They tied Dundee United and then ended in a 1-0 aggregate victory with Greg Docherty scoring the only goal. 2017, there was a fraud incident where there was a voice phishing fraud apparently perpetrated on them where they lost up to £1 million. They finished 12th in the 2020 in the Premiership in 2021, so they returned to the championship. They struggled on the pitch and found themselves again battling relegation. They managed to avoid back-to-back relegations. They entered the relegation playoffs. They won the Scottish Challenge Cup final. They eventually lost the championship playoff on penalties to Aerodonians, which confirmed the club's relegation to Scottish League One. This meant that Hamilton had been relegated twice in the space of 3 seasons. Then they beat Inverness, Caledonian Thistle 5-3 in the playoffs, so they got back to the championship. Amid serious ongoing financial issues between the former and incumbent ownership in 2025, a points deduction from the SPFL due to missed payments led to relegation from the championship back to League One at the end of what was the club's 150th anniversary season. At the start of last year, right, as we saw, they were hit with a transfer embargo and its youth academy was canceled. So that actually makes sense that we didn't get a youth intake because the youth academy was canceled. It was found that the club had breached the embargo by offering payments to players registered as amateurs and trialists. Was deducted points again along with a fine, with directors disqualified as a fraud investigation was undertaken. They were deducted 9 points by the SPFL for failing to maintain a Browns level club license. In January of this year, Morley Sports Management Group, who had acquired 97.5% of controlling stake from Zarav Zengen, so there's been a takeover. Rob Edwards, who are the owners of Walsh Premier side Haverford West County and the American Wrestling Company Ohio Valley Wrestling, of which Edwards acts as chairman and CEO. So they used to play at New Douglas Park, which is in Hamilton in Scotland, but apparently they shared it with Clyde, and then there was some kind of a... because Clyde was evicted from Broadwood Stadium. There was a dispute with the owner of New Douglas Park. Hamilton would play the home fixtures at Broadwood Stadium in Cumbernauld until final notice. And the reason that's important is because when we were going through the offseason, our ownership group said, hey, we're looking to build a new stadium back in Hamilton itself. And so let's actually take a... So we're going to go... What we're going to do is we're actually going to go to New Douglas Park, because we're going to go to Hamilton, Scotland. There's 54,480 people, we think, in it. So that's like the overall density. The Roman fort of Bothwell lies nearby. The kings of Strathclyde did have a hunting lodge near Kensal. They may have been a royal centre during the later stages of the kingdom. During the Scottish Wars of Independence, the Hamilton family initially supported the English, and Walter Fitzgilbert, the head of the Hamilton family, was the governor of Bothwell Castle on behalf of the English. He changed loyalty to Robert the Bruce following the Battle of Bannockburn and ceded Bothwell to him. Okay. Anyway, we're going to jump into the match engine now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the match engine itself, where we are taking Alloa here on the road. Shaw, McKinstry, Bradley, Gallagher, Aiken, McGuire, McDonald, Hendry, Fisher, one of our very few only new signings that we were able to make. Newberry and then Lane are our starting 11. Burgess, one of our other new signings. Really, we made 3. We are like 2,000 euros over the wage bill somehow, because the board, in its infinite wisdom, decided to lower our wage bill despite finishing like 1 point from the promotion playoffs. When we took over, we were in a relegation spot, but because... looks like we're the same damn manager. Nice. And of course, the highlight heads. We are looking apparently at building a new stadium in Hamilton. As we read from the Wikipedia page, they don't play at Hamilton. I was able to start studying for the National B license. We did let go of McGowan, so our coaching staff is a little bit worse. But the good news, right, if you want to call it that, as Aiken passes to McKinstry here, is we actually do have a dedicated fitness coach now, Gallagher. And look, what we might do is as we try to play to Bradley, and Bradley heads it in from Tony Gallagher, the 10th minute, Hamilton takes a 1-0 lead. What we might do is, I think we're probably, on paper, the starting 11 anyway, might be one of the better sides in the William Hill League One. And if we're able to get into a position where we are pretty clearly going to be in a promotion spot, then we might transfer list some of the players, especially if we do actually get a youth intake this year. Because right now we don't have an under-19 team, because everybody's on the senior squad because we have no depth. Like, we just have zero depth anywhere. McGuire to Bradley. Bradley should have turned behind him because he had a player wide open running down the wing, but we don't do that. Newberry to Aitken to Bradley to Shaw. Shaw, pass the ball, or do that. Do that. Just pause. Yep, okay. Discourage shots from distance. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. So only the top team in the cup here. I hate how we head the ball. Like, we just head the ball right at the opposition most of the time. Nice pass to Hendry. And again, some of that's like, having smarter. Nice, McKinstry. Yes, Stewart. Our attack, if we can stay healthy, should be pretty lethal at this level. I don't know how it's going to play against Patrick Thistle and Livingston. Patrick being of the William Hill Championship and Livingston of the Scottish Premier League. But against teams down here in the League One, McKinstry, Shaw, Bradley should give us a pretty lethal attack. The reason we signed Fisher was just trying to get... Where's the ball? Okay, there it is. Good job, McGuire. We don't do that nearly enough. Just play the ball with our chest, deaded the ball, and contain possession. McKinstry, nice run. McKinstry, I mean, you could have passed the ball, my friend. Pass the ball, my friend. Pass the ball. Okay, never mind. I mean, it worked. It definitely worked. I would have preferred him pass the ball, but he does have a brace now. Hendry apparently gets an assist. I feel like enough time passed that McKinstry is on the ball. That, I don't know. But, I mean, again, look, we've got Gallagher running in. Would have been wide open. But, hey, it worked out. Hamilton takes a 3-0 lead. Theoretically, if we can see it out to the end of the half, I mean, if we go up more, obviously that's even better. But if we nothing else, we maintain this 3-goal lead. I feel like we should go on the road here the first match of our group stage and come away with a victory. Which, of course, would extend our own unbeaten run, in charge of Hamilton. Right now, we have a C+ rating from the board. Very late first half. Shaw here with the ball. Shaw passed the ball. Not who I would have passed it to, but it works. Gallagher tries to cross, which was a stupid decision. Should have just put it into the center of the box. McKinstry now, back to Gallagher. To Bradley, and it's off the keeper's foot. Bradley did not strike that particularly well. We do have 11 shots, 8 on target. Somehow they dominated the end of the first half, apparently, but 56% possession. Passes completed are the same. Crosses were at 30 to their 17. We have 3 fouls. Running about the same, and our rating is about an entire point higher. Hendry, Newberry are played very well. Fisher's not played badly. Aitken continues, is one of our youth players. We are trying to trade up in that box-to-box playmaker role. He's not there yet. McGuire's played pretty well. Gallagher's played well. McDonald's not doing badly, but he's not exactly setting the world on fire. We also tried to bring in some loans, right? Saying, okay, well, we don't have a lot of money, but most teams said no, those offers aren't acceptable. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. I mean, you got to keep it pretty easy, right? We're up 3. I mean, I would say very worst case scenario, we probably get a draw. Although, again, the odds right now, unless we make some really stupid decisions, that felt like a really dumb pass, but it worked out. Nice, give it go. I would have liked to have seen Shaw decide to run towards the goal. He's still just kind of jogging, but... Nice cross to Bradley, and it's over the bar. That was a great pass right there. That was a beautiful, wasn't exactly a scintillating build-up play. We kind of stalled out as Taggart has a throw here in the 52nd minute for them, unfortunately. But Aitken is down to a 6.6. Dude, I would like to see my center back press a little bit harder. Like that's just giving him a lot of space. It did not work out, but all right, we are gonna 55 minutes in, we are gonna make a couple subs. Again, like we're gonna get a lot worse. Any sub, with the exception of O'Hara, who even by his, even that is not great. We're going to get a lot worse with that, with any move we make. We'll put Riley in for Newberry. Although, again, he's played well. Burgess will come in for McDonald. That's gross. Like that's just gross. Alex will come in there. So we've made 3 subs. Again, they're all kind of gross. Like, they're all legitimately gross. But again, they finally have a shot on goal. We just don't really have any other options. And that's the frustrating part. With the payroll being what it is. Dude. No! God dang it, Aitken. Like, that is just a stupid... Oh my God, Henry. Use your flubbing chest. I don't know why we are just... I'm a seal. I'm just going to head the ball forward. 0% chance that we actually control it. 0% chance that it goes to a teammate. But I'm just going to head the ball forward and pretend like something good's going to happen. Markulak can't play there, but we weren't able to bring our new signing up, so... And Aitken's not played very well. He's played pretty poorly, actually, 6.48. We don't have another midfielder to bring in. Well, wait. O'Hara can maybe play there a little bit. Not really, no. Okay. So gross. This is just such a gross team. I'll let O'Hara go in for Bradley. I don't love that, but this team is so gross. I mean, I like the starting 11, but the bench is just so damn gross. Somebody press him. Like, I like how McGuire finally got there, but it's just like he's dribbling the ball down the center of the park and we're just letting him go. I know, Markulak, you're not very good, but damn, dude. We are going to go for standard time wasting and standard tempo here as we approach the 80th minute. Henry did pick up a yellow. They have got a couple of shots on goal. The shots are kind of evening out. We're still winning possession 53 to 47%. We have 17 shots, 10 on target. They have 15, 2 on target. So it's pretty clear we are going to get 3 points. We are going to get the victory. It'd be nice to start the year with a clean sheet. Of course, as I say that, we have a highlight here at stoppage time. Gallagher is shattered. McGuire's tired. Thankfully, that ball goes over the top. And hey, we do get away with the 3-0 victory. We do get the 3 points. We're not in that table, so I don't know why you're showing it to me, but okay. a win and a good performance. That'll do it for me. Again, the board expects us to be competitive in this competition. Fisher makes his debut. Gallagher leads the way. Superior finishing helps us. We'll praise Gallagher. Good job creating chances. Patrick Thistle, also who we're going to play at home in a week. Then Livingston. I mean, this is going to be tough. Like, 2 matches in 4 days because, again, no depth. Like, less than no depth. In the Premier Sports Cup. So, we get a victory. Maybe if we can... East Kilbride, at most could get to 9, right? I would expect Livingston and Patrick Thistle to probably beat me. But if we could beat them, we get to 6, right? So we'd be at least 3rd. I feel like that would be competitive. I don't know, but I feel like that would be competitive enough. Again, still just a C+. I mean, I know I'm over the wage bill. I know I haven't been here for like 100 days or 5 years or anything. But I am 6-2. We literally have not lost in 8 matches I've been in charge. And you're giving me a C+ rating. You can see Clyde. We do start at home. So here's what we're going to do in terms of recording. We'll play Patrick Thistle off camera. We might do Livingston on camera, I don't know. And then Clyde, right? We might have a 2-part episode. Livingston. Now, if we do advance, because the top team is the only one that advances. Right? And then if you go to the second round... 15 teams, gate receipts split 50-50. The winners qualify for the quarterfinal, and the losers get 40 grand. If you make it to the quarterfinal, you get 70 grand for losing. Semifinal, 92,000, and the winners get 130 if you win. No, the winner gets 300, almost 300,000. The loser gets 133. I don't think we're going to get that far. But, and if we just stay in the group stage, does it look like you get any? Well, wait. No, I think you get some money. Not a lot, but. Yeah, so like if we did finish 3rd, we, 4th or higher, we would get above 20,000. Not a lot, right? That's not a lot, but hey, 20,000 is 20,000 because right now the projection is for us to, dear God, be $2.5 million in debt, which obviously is not good. And so we'll go to the press conference. The win must please you. How thrilled are you? It was great. So yeah, very happy. Bradley's early goal, yep, is very important. McKinstry's goal, Stewart's capable of. What a good debut from Fisher. Can be very pleased with that. Gallagher picked player of the match. He was inspired. So yeah, again, starting 11, if we stay healthy, I think we'll be good. Question is, can we stay healthy? Don't know. Anyways, thank you everybody, and I will be back in the future.